This is a computer-generated reading of the Renaissance Universal Speech by Sri Sri Ananda Murti, given in Ananda Nagar, India, 2nd June, 1990. The discourse is titled, Mind Grows in Magnitude. Amongst the different faculties of this globe in the physico-psycho-spiritual realms, mental faculties are of maximum importance. These faculties may be categorized into 4 main groups or offshoots. The first mental faculty is that the mind thinks. The mind discovers and invents newer modes of thinking. The mind thinks with concentration. That is, the mind meditates. Regarding this faculty of thinking, if it is done in a methodical way, the result is certainly positive. A negative result is achieved only in certain rare cases. But if it is not done in a methodical way, the general result is negative. Only in very rare cases do we get a positive result. So our students, our boys and girls, our ladies and gentlemen should be taught how to think in a methodical style. Otherwise there will be wastage of mental potentialities. We do not want such wastage to take place in this age of science. Regarding thinking with concentration, that is, meditation, it is another still subtler science. Meditation should be performed knowing fully well the location of different glands and subglands and also the different cells in the human brain. And people should not only know the location of these glands and subglands, they should also be acquainted with their respective systems of hormone secretion. Otherwise their meditation will not produce any fruit. So for this system of meditation, knowledge of biology is essential. Human beings have yet to invent the way of methodical thinking and methodical meditation based on the location of different concerning cells, glands and subglands, and their secretion of the requisite quantity of hormones. The second mental faculty is that the mind remembers. Mind discovers or invents different systems of remembering or memorizing. While remembering, the mind should know how to associate the object to be remembered with psychic pabula of a similar nature. And human beings should know how to select these associated psychic pabula which have similarity of proximity to the object that they want to remember. In case of memorizing there should be both a physical and a psychic approach, and to some extent a spiritual approach. For the purpose of memorizing, we should avoid the use of different subglands producing inimical hormones. The systems of memorizing should be associated with the qualities and roots of the different plexi of the human body. The third faculty which human beings should know is the process of transmutation and diversion of different psychic pabula in a scientific manner. This process of transmutation and diversion may vary from human to human, from one group of human beings to another, from animal to animal, from bird to bird, and for this, there should be a specific training course. And we must start this type of psychic training centers in various important places in the world. Such psychic training centers teaching how to transmute, how to divert different psychic pabula, should be started immediately not only for human beings of different psychic strata but for all living beings. These training centers should be classified into different types, and run separately for different psychological structures for differently developing and underdeveloped living beings. For instance, there should be one type of training academy for developed animals like monkeys, dogs, chimpanzees and orangutans, another for developing animals, and still another for underdeveloped animals. Regarding plants and animals, there are different strata, but these plants and animals must all be metazoic structures with clear and distinct feeling, not guided by mere instincts. In various living beings with ordinary protoplasmic structures, there is life and movement, but all their actions are guided by instinct. There is little or no feeling. The training centers should be only for those metazoic structures whose feeling is clear and distinct. And what should these training centers be for? For the transmutation and diversion of psychic pabula. This may be considered as the third psychic faculty. The fourth one is creating Morse code for rationality and rationalization in the different planes of existence, physical, psychic and spiritual. If we want to encourage rationality and rationalization, in the physical level we must avoid thought waves which originate in the physical plane and concern physical objects. On the psychic level, we must avoid various psychic forms, psychic ideas, psychic movements and also those aspects of telepathy or clairvoyance which originate in the psychic plane. However, there are certain phenomena which occur in a blended plane, for instance in a blending of the psychic and spiritual planes. In such a blended plane we come across a subtler form of telepathy. In a blended plane of subtler psychic stratum and cruder spiritual stratum, we encounter clairvoyance. Other supra-occult powers such as omniscience exist only in the pure spiritual stratum where there are no fetters of duality, or where the fetters of duality are very slack or slackened. Similar is the case with the transmission of spirit or soul amongst different corporal structures existing at the same time, that is, which are of contemporary nature. Suppose there are several corporal structures existing at the same time. There may occur transmission of soul amongst them, from one soul to another soul. This transmission of soul amongst contemporary corporal structures can take place only when the spirit is free, or almost free, from all fetters of duality. Such an event takes place only in a supra-psychic structure, that is, only on the spiritual level. But if there is any blending of the unit mind with the spirit, it cannot take place. This is also a hidden treasure of the human mind. But I do not want you to try to acquire these occult powers. You should only desire to be one with the Supreme. There must not be any longing to attain these occult powers. It is bad. Only the thought wave which emanates from the spiritual plane will save humanity from the devastating influence of dogma which separate humans from humans, which create hindrances in the remolding of human society into a single existence. This process of rationalization should be developed through the intrinsic human potential of remodeling every aspect of mind. We must do this in the near future. The problem is a peculiar one, but we must solve it, because it has created so many troubles, so many divisions in human society, so many sanguinary battles, so much warfare. This problem may disturb the peace of the entire universe. So we will have to solve this problem and create a new world in all the three emanations of life: physical, psychic and spiritual. I hope you boys and girls, by your collective effort, will do something concrete in this respect. You are not insignificant beings. You are the glorified expressions of the Supreme Lord. So you will have to do something concrete immediately. The problem brooks no delay. Are you? Discourse the 2nd of June 1990, Ananda Nagar.